Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, I'm your host, Mrs. M. And if you haven't, make sure you click the link below. That way you can subscribe to my channel and receive everything you need to actually scale your cleaning business to 6 figures and beyond. Wow! Hello. So I'm going to talk today about what you need to do. I spoke to a gentleman that had a job. And he found out that in October, there would no longer be this one-time secure job that he had been in 16 years. And now they're phasing them out. And I don't know if it's because of COVID or not, but all of a sudden he knows that he has to find something else. Now, he had gone back and forth with the business, his cleaning business. He would start it, then, he'd stop, then he'd start and he'd stop. And he really didn't get the momentum going. So he gave us a call, and I told him a couple of things that he needs to do right now. So I'm going to talk about the 6 steps that you need to take right now to be serious about getting started. 6 steps. Okay. Number 1, you have to get your mind right. I cannot emphasize that enough. You can take all the notes, all the classes, read all the books, but if you're not determined that this is something that you want, you absolutely leave yourself no other choice. You make it like this is life or death. When you think that's serious about your business, and it could be different types of life and death. It could be emotional, it could be, financial, but it does come down to this is something I've made my mind up I'm going to do. There's no other options. You cut all other decisions off, and this is going to work. You've made up your mind. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, you've got to figure out what you're going to do. Are you going to do crime cleanup or government or federal, state or local? Are you looking at doing government in general, hospitals or daycares, industrial parks, on and on and on and on? You have to decide what you want to specialize in. And yes, I say specialize. I believe that one of the concerns that a lot of people have is making sure if they narrow it down, they're going to miss out on all this business, which ends up happening. They miss out on everything because they haven't narrowed it down. When you narrow it down, you would be surprised how then you can be focused, ultra focused on one thing, one type of cleaning, whether it's floors or carpets or what type of industry you want. I call it your avatar, your ideal customer. You should know everything about them, where they are, how do you send the information to them, what are you going to say? You need to say, so if it's a daycare, there's certain words you're going to say to that daycare. So you've got to make sure that when you're specializing, it makes it so much easier because now you focus on that one thing. If you're looking at doing a chiropractor office, it's going to be a totally different language you're going to speak with them than you are with the daycare. If you're doing post-construction, which is one of my sweet spots, you're going to say something totally different. And then you've got to look at the state and your city and all that's around you. So narrow in on your avatar, your ideal customer. Think of the exact language you need to speak to them so that you're speaking their language and then understand what their main pain points are. Number 3, website. I cannot say it enough. You have got to have, even if it's a 1-page website, you've got to have that website. And then the next thing you need to do is market. You have become a fantastic marketer. And I mean, when you think of how you're going to narrow down to that one customer, think of that one customer and focus on what you're going to say about them. You'd be surprised how great you're going to become at marketing. You've got to become a great marketer. The next thing you need to know is you have to know how to bid and you have to know how to close. You've got to know how to bid on the job. You've got to know what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, software, if you're going to get the square footage, but you have to know how to bid, and then you've got to know how to close the sale. And then the last thing is you've got to know how to hire the right team. You have to know how to hire the right employees in order to stay in the game. These are the 6 steps. When you're serious, you take them one by one by one. And within each one of those is my favorite 3 pillars I talk about when it comes to your business. That is what? Customer attraction, customer acquisition, and customer retention. If you listen to these steps, each one of those are in there. So take the time, write down exactly what your plan, your strategy, get it together. This is already the end of January 2021. So we want to make sure that we're not talking about the same thing in January 2022 or at the end of December 31st, 2021. We're talking about all the things we're going to do in our business, and then the year's gone by and we've done nothing. So get it together and make sure that you start right now. And if you'd like to know more about the 3 pillars that I talk about that is going to grow your business to 6 figures and beyond, then make sure you sign up for my masterclass. It is absolutely free and it is live, and we do a Q&A. That means you're on there with me and you can ask me any questions about your cleaning business. I've been doing this for over 28 years, so I love bringing on the questions. It gets me thinking. I've got to think on the spot, but I love it. So bring it live, and it's free. I go over what you need to do, the exact blueprint that I use to scale. What do I say? Not 1, not 2, but 3 cleaning businesses to 6 figures and beyond. And one of them we were able to do in around 2 weeks. So if this sounds like you want to have a good time, I love the energy, make sure you're there. Click the link in the description and sign up. Register now. Do not put it off. And until next time, make sure you stay safe. And this is Mrs. M. Bye-bye.